Naming your channel is one of the first decisions you have to make when starting out on your YouTube journey. And it's an important decision and one that can very easily become overwhelming. So in this video, I'll look at my top 10 tips to help you name your channel. Hello, welcome to Greenhouse Digital. My name is Mike, and it's my passion to help you cultivate your YouTube presence and grow your YouTube channel. Here you'll find helpful tutorials, guides, tips and tricks, and useful free tools to help you achieve just that and build your channel to its first 1,000 subscribers. If this is your first visit, then do consider subscribing and make sure to hit the bell icon, and that way you'll get notified every time a new video is published. Your channel's name is important for many reasons. It sets the tone of your channel. It's what you're about, who you are, and what your content is going to be on. And it appears in many places right across YouTube, not just beneath every single video that you upload, but right across the platform. It'll appear in YouTube search results, beneath every single one of your comments that you make. And so it's your channel's identity, and it's really important to get it right. And so that brings us to top tip number 1. Don't rush into anything. Your channel name is your brand on YouTube, and even if you simply use your own name, that instantly becomes your brand and will be visible as your brand and identity across the entire platform. So make sure you get the name right and that you've considered it carefully. But that brings us to top tip number 2. Don't procrastinate and don't delay. With all that said, your channel name can be changed at a later time, and it's not fixed. So waiting for the absolute perfect name can distract you and delay you from what's really important at this stage, which is starting your channel. So as important as it is, don't get caught up on struggling to find just the perfect name and be distracted from starting your channel. Top tip number 3. Make sure it doesn't violate any of YouTube's policies and community guidelines. Getting your YouTube channel terminated because of its name will end your content creator journey before you've even got yourself started. So I will drop some links in the video description below of the policies and YouTube community guidelines for you to check out. The policies are quite broad, but you want to make sure that your name doesn't, for example, impersonate someone, or it doesn't include vulgar language. Top tip number 4, make it short, make it simple. Don't make it longer than it needs to be. Remember, you'll want people to remember that name and to find your channel simply using its name. So keep it as short as is practical without losing any of the meaning you want to convey. And make it simple. Avoid using numbers in the name. Numbers simply lead to confusion within your viewers as they are not sure whether to write a digit, whether to spell out the number, and for very much the same reason, avoid using symbols. Keep it just to letters. And once you have a candidate, say it out loud to yourself. Hear yourself saying it and imagine your viewers and your audience saying it to themselves. Will they find it memorable? Remember, word of mouth between your viewers is a great way of extending and growing your audience. So you want to imagine your audience being able to remember it and tell each other about it. Top tip number 5, make it unique. Even if you're going to use your own name as your channel name, make sure it's something unique and which will not be confused with something else that already exists. Even something that may sound similar without being identical. Sometimes even using your own name isn't unique. You may share your name with someone who already has a channel or a presence online, which brings us to top tip number 6. Top tip number 6, include your topic in your name. If you're a photographer, for example, be sure to use that in your name. Combine it with your personal name to make something unique. Perhaps John Smith Photography or Mary Jones Fitness. Be sure that your audience identifies your topic very quickly just from your name. Top tip number 7, make it memorable. Use word tricks like rhyming, or alliteration to make the name more memorable, to make it something that people will remember and which sticks in their memory. Rhyming words like fitness witness, flower power are the types of rhyming names that people will more easily remember. Or putting words together that start with the same common sounding letter is also a good way to create a memorable name, something that sticks in the memory. Fabulous fitness is an example of alliteration with the same common starting letter. But remember that fabulous photography may be just as good an example, just because it has the common sounding first letter. These words create a rhythm with the viewer and become more memorable for that reason. There's a free tool that you can use, thesaurus.com, and I'll put a link in the description below. And that can generate similar meaning words for you, and you may be inspired to find adjectives and other words to put with your topic to create your name, and to make use of these rhyming words or alliteration tools and tricks to keep your name memorable with your audience. Top tip number 8, think big. Even though you might just think you're making a name for your YouTube channel, think of this as your online brand. Even if right now you have no intention of having a website or a social media platform presence outside of YouTube, make sure that you check that your brand name is available on all of these platforms. There are some great free online tools that might help you with this thing. And again, I'll put the links in the description below. But have a look at namecheck.com or namecheck spelled CHK.com. Both of these allow you to check the availability of your name across many different platforms and web domains. Each has its own pros and cons, so you might want to use both of them. Perhaps you've settled on part of a name or a word you really want to include in your name, and you're now trying to find adjectives or other nouns to make a domain name or a name for yourself. Well, try using impossibility.org. This website can generate domain names that are available based on a word you already want, and it uses suffixes and prefixes to define and find domains that are available to you. Top tip number 9, register your name. Even if at this stage you have no plans for using a website or other social media platforms, register your name across all of these platforms where it's available before someone else can take it away from you. This will help you achieve tip number 10. Top tip number 10, be consistent. You're creating a brand and you need to protect that brand from the very start. Be sure to use it consistently. Don't use different variations of your name on different platforms. Allow your audience to find you and your content wherever you may be and to easily follow you on whatever platform you're on. This consistency should extend beyond just your name. It should include your icons, your colors, and your branding. But for this step, use your name consistently wherever you have an online presence. If you've got value out of this video, then do give it a like. And let me know in the comments below what other tips and perhaps tools you have for generating a great YouTube channel name. Be sure to check out the video description for links to all the resources and the websites we've been discussing in this video. If you've not yet subscribed, then consider doing so, and I will see you in the next video. Until next time, cheers!